Who would like a little sneak peek of what's going on in this episode? I ain't telling, but you should probably stay tuned. We got lots of awesome projects that we're working on. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. Late again. Really? Did you guys get tired of that? Anyways. Oh, look. A quarter. Anyways, we're going to pull the master cylinder out of this. Slave cylinder. See if we can get some pressure anywhere. I got a spring for the clutch pedal, and I also have exhaust manifold gaskets. So let's start knocking one thing out at a time. See what we can do. You're watching Whiskey Dents. Welcome back. There it is, all rusted up. I've been spraying it with that stuff for a couple of days now. Hopefully it does a trick. These brake lines are really on there, and then I noticed both of these fittings or whatever have cracks in them, and I got a feeling I'm not going to be able to get them out, so they're fairly short. I may just get some new ones, just be done with it. I also noticed where is it, a little bit of rust down here that I'm going to replace, and then it's a wasp nest. It's still a little early, I think. Yeah, nobody's home. That's good. I don't like those things. So I'm gonna see if I can crack these lines loose and then get the rest of that off. So I'll be right back. I don't think anybody wants to watch it. Oh, so much yellow. Little update. This one came right out. Turned real nice. But yeah, that didn't. This one actually came out perfect, but I think I still need to replace it. Then what else? I got the bolts out of the master cylinder. Yeah, 2 1/4 came out perfect. So yeah, we are winning. We are definitely winning today. I still need to get these plungers or whatever popped out. And I don't know if I have any brake fluid in the garage or not. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to bench bleed this or not. I don't feel like going to town, but yeah. So let me go check. Be right back. Well, I had the vice grip on here. Pounded on it. Couldn't get it loose. Now I'm going to go get the heat. See if I can't twist it out of there. If that doesn't work, I guess I'll weld a nut on it. And if that doesn't work, I'll just drill the hole out and put a nut on the backside of a bolt once I put this back on there. I don't have any brake fluid either, so I can't bench bleed this master. So, plus I got to clean up all this other stuff too. Well, maybe I'll throw some paint on it. So, yeah. All right, I win. A little bit of heat did the trick. Got her out, no problem. Since I'm here, I'm probably going to pull this line off so that I can have one made tomorrow. Since my buddy Kelly just got one of them brand new fancy ones, he might as well bend me one up, eh? I think we should. Onto our slave cylinder. It is on the bell housing right here. There's a couple of bolts on each side. One hydraulic line coming in. Just have to move all these OBD1 lines over. You know, so you can check your codes and whatever else if your check engine light comes on. You know how it goes. Anyways, that's enough out of the way. Get that sucker popped out of there and throw the new one in. Got the slave off, but I don't know if you can see inside this bag, but these two are different. So I think that's my fault because I gave the parts number to the person ordering. Because, yeah, the picture looked identical, but once you see them in person, they're not even close. So Looks like I'll be waiting another week and a half for that. Shoot. Anyways, just so you guys know, like before you put something like this back together, I would blow all the old fluid out so that I don't know if it's contaminated or old or whatever, you know, it's just out of there. So anyways, I think unfortunately that's about it for all I can do on here. Probably set everything down, pull the bumper off, take it in, maybe finish welding that because there's a bunch of welding I need to do to that. I would probably get a coat of primer on if I got time. It's Sunday. Oh, absolutely beautiful out. Not complaining one bit. First time in a while there's no wind again. When I first started recording there was a little bit of wind, but then it died down on me immediately. So that makes me pretty happy. But, yeah, I'm going to get all this picked up and put away, and we'll drag that bumper into the garage. So, you know, just looking at some of these lines and rubber hoses and stuff, I think I might just go online and see if I can't find all these and just replace them all. I don't want to take any chances, you know. Your brakes are kind of important, so let's see if I can't find a whole replacement kit and then just order it. Can't be that much. So, yeah, why not? Oh, it's nice that I got power brakes too, but I'm not sure where that bottom hose went to just yet. But we'll figure it out. It's almost like that should be the vacuum hose that would like go to, you know, like your intake or carb or whatever, you know, so it gives you your boost. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, one other thing I did was put a new spring in there for the clutch cable. So I'm just looking everything over. What I'm going to do is get brake lines, brake hoses, replace the whole line for the clutch, see what I can do about this brake not working. It doesn't look like there's much of a pad left. I don't know much about that, but it looks pretty simple. What else? Get that returned, get a new one coming. The shortest choke cable ever is seized, so I'll probably look for one of those while I'm at it. See if I can't get this seal so it's not stinking too bad in the cab. I think that's about it. Maybe a fuel filter. Yeah, hopefully, you know, if everything goes right, I'll have the majority of it before Friday, so then it'll be on Friday's episode. So stay tuned for that. But well, let's start screwing with the bumper. Just so you know, this is the release on the safety latch right there. And when you do this, you want to make sure that your brake is set. Otherwise, it'll bend that right there. I don't know if you can see it. Picking up some fuzzies there. It doesn't want to focus. But anyways, yeah, that part right there bends. So I'm sure that's all crooked as crap now. But yeah, I got this awesome hammer. I finally used it today. If you didn't watch last week's episode, my son made this. It's the absolute perfect weight. I don't know. Love it. Thanks, buddy. Love you. All right. Happy Friday, everyone. So, I got the right slave cylinder, and I got some brake fluid, and a bunch of fittings and hoses and whatever else for brake lines. So, let's see if we can't get this thing running and driving today. Here's our new slave cylinder. And then I cleaned this up. Basically, when the pressure comes in through here, it'll push this out, which will engage the clutch. I don't know if you need to like bench bleed these, but I am going to dump just a little bit in there. I'm sure gravity would probably take care of this, but I'm just going to put a little bit in. Just in case. It's probably all going to shoot out right now anyway. So basically, it's just 2 bolts that hold this on. Yeah, I got a feeling. feeling this is all going to come out anyway. Oh, got some air bubbles. Yeah, close enough. I did clean this rod up. I would suggest cleaning this up too. I didn't, but I'm going to spray it with WD-40. That's your clutch adjustment. I'm not exactly sure how to adjust these correctly, but whatever. So it's pretty much rod in. Well, now I'm dropping stuff. I'll be right back. All right, that is what it will look like once it's installed. Nothing too hard. 2 bolts. We got the adjustment, and then our line in, and then our bleeder screw. I already backed the bleeder off so that once I get the master in, it can just start gravity feeding right away. I think that's about all I need to do on this side. So we might as well jump up there. I got a couple of lines to replace and whatever else. All right, I got a bench blade. When you put this back together, I lubricated these. I think they're called plungers, I'm assuming. Lube them up so that they can slide through here nice and easy. You don't want to rip this rubber. So, slap her on there and get her bolted in. The fittings that I got for the brakes are not going to work. So, we'll have to head over to Riley's and get the right stuff. Oh, half installed. I was going to use the fittings that I got, but apparently none of them are right. So, I'm gonna have to run up to the hardware store, see if they can bend that for me, or if I have to get a bender and the tool to flare these myself or whatever. But yeah, looks like I'm running to the hardware store. Be right back. Picked up a brake line. It doesn't look anything like this, but that's okay. I also picked up a tube bender. So with a little bit of TV magic. All right, got her all hooked back up. I'm gonna tip the cap down, make sure that clears everything. It doesn't quite sit up as tight as the other one because this brake line was about a foot longer. But I think we got it, so. Next. So I went around and I sprayed all of the bleeders on the brakes. The fronts have some on the top, as well as a bleeder on the bottom. So I'm assuming they must have had difficulty bleeding them, so that's why they put another bleeder on top from the factory. And then the rears just have the one on the top, which is right there. So yeah, I think we're ready to put some fluid in it. I figured since I got the, sorry about the camera work. Figured since I got the hood up, I might as well drop the battery in there. Get that situated because hopefully we're driving this thing today. All right, sounds like Christian's gonna come over and help me bleed the brakes, which is awesome. I just had to talk to his PO and it sounds like it should be just fine. One thing that I do like to do with these bleeders is I like to crack them loose just to make sure. And then I'll back them out just a little bit, hit them with WD-40, and then I'll tighten them back up. All right. Now what we need to do is find the master cylinder. And there's a little access door right here. You can see it right down in there. Got to take that cover off. We'll fill it up. And then, yeah, start bleeding some brakes. I hooked the gas back up. It would probably start right now, but I'm going to bleed the clutch first. So maybe I'll bleed the clutch, start it, see if we got anything there, and then yeah, go from there. One more quick thing. When you're messing with this brake juice, you want to make sure that you don't spill it on any of your painted surfaces. because it's actually really corrosive. So now you know. I'm going to back the bleeder off on the slave cylinder down there, and we'll let it gravity feed for a little bit. See what happens. See if we can get some fluid. My understanding is that when you're bleeding a clutch, it's not like a brake. You push it, open your valve, compress the brake once, close it, let the pedal come, or excuse me, the clutch pedal come back up, and then compress again, and then you'll crack this, and that should get the air out. Well, I guess we'll see. My helper hasn't showed up yet, so I got this guy. He was bored. So you always got to find a way, right? Okay, let's see if we got some clutch. I don't think so. Nope, not yet. We'll keep trying. Look at that oil pressure. It must be amping too. Sweet. Gas tank's definitely not full, unless it's water. Well, I suppose this is the first time since it's been here. I've been spraying that manual choke every day for a week now. It finally freed up and it'll actually sit here and idle. I think it still has a slight mist to it, but it doesn't sound bad. Excuse the mess. It's a work in progress. I'm getting fluid to the clutch. I don't know if the clutch itself is seized. I don't know. I'm going to keep trying to bleed it, and then we'll just go from there. I would really like to take it for a drive, at least in the driveway. The city sent me a letter saying that I need to license and insure all vehicles on my property because I got too many projects apparently. So gotta hurry up and get some of these done. For some reason I can't get that brake pedal to move at all either, which seems odd, but anyways, we'll figure it out. I don't know if you guys ever actually looked at one of these, but see how all these different connections on the steering shaft? And then it'll come down to here. So when you lift this up, it'll turn the steering wheel and it'll get itself acclimated so that it'll open like this, if that makes sense. It's actually kind of cool. You know, the shifter and all that stuff is up here, obviously, and then your linkages come down here, and then, you know, these things do what they're supposed to do, but it's all adjustable. I think the reason that I'm not getting as much clutch pedal and brake pedal is I think that somebody had these adjusted all the way out trying to correct the master cylinder. You know, the old one was bad, so maybe they were trying to push those all the way out to see if they could get pedal or whatever. I'm not exactly sure, but I think I need to turn them all in and see what happens. So, I don't know. I'm learning too, but sounds pretty good. I'm happy. There must be something wrong with this master cylinder. I can't get the pedal to move at all. I pulled all this apart. I took the line off thinking maybe if I relieved the pressure I'd be able to move it. Nothing. When I pulled this shaft out, it started dumping brake fluid all over from inside there. So I don't know. I think Chinese crap got me again. We'll see. I'm gonna pull it off and inspect it. And I don't know. Not very happy. Should we see if we can run into the garage? No brakes, no clutch. We tried. Yeah, I ran into an old parts cab I got back there. Whoops. No harm, no foul. I don't think anybody was looking. Probably pull it forward just a hair and then scooch back in. Put it next to Lomax. Well, that wasn't my best idea. Ran into my fence, busted a bunch of boards. Let's see what else I did. Ran my bumper over. Bent her up a little bit. I'll probably just cut the bent part off and straighten it back out. Put it on the bottom. I gotta put a piece of angle iron down there anyway because that's what I'm gonna hang the mud flaps off of. So, oh well. They look good sitting next to each other. Should probably back up another 5 feet. Don't want to take too many chances. I've already hit enough stuff for one day. Don't forget to go to whiskeyDents.myshopify.com and get your sticker so that you could win Lomax. Sorry to interrupt, but got a special package in the mail. This guy's channel is absolutely blown up. Sent me a sticker, and unfortunately I don't typically wear this stuff out in the shop because all of my nice clothes I've turned into work clothes. So I don't know if you can read that. It says run, drive, stop, and then burnout with the optional next to the stop. I think it's hilarious. Yeah. I don't know who had the bright idea to come up with that, but kudos. Also, I got the exact same sticker. Probably gonna put it right on the Lomax, even though the likelihood of that ever doing a burnout is about slim and none. But there it is. Run, drive, stop, burnout. OK Speed Shop. He's in Oklahoma. He's one of them Okies. But anyways, go out and support all the guys that I do, if you would please. I'll leave a description at the end. But if you've watched any video I've made so far, pretty much I always try to throw some names out there and let you guys know about some other quality content. So what do you think of these two sitting next to each other? I'm really liking it. So, all right, back to work. No time like the present. We might as well stick this sticker on here. Hey, if you guys want to send me stickers for your projects or your channel or anything else you might have going on, feel free to do so. I got P.O. Box 1476, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, 56102. And I will put your sticker on Lomax. So better hurry up. We still got 392 stickers to go. So, I mean, sales slowed down a little bit, but we'll get there. Don't worry. Oh yeah, we might as well zoom in on that. Check this out. Two great channels. Hodgepodge Dodge Garage and OK Speed Shop. Like that? Okay, now for real, let's get back to work. Kind of funny that it's only windy on Fridays. So I'm gonna pull this bumper off, take it inside where it's not windy, and we'll get it finished up and maybe throw some paint on it. Bumper's in the shop where it's not so windy. So first thing I'm gonna do is cut some angle irons, and I'm gonna close this off on each side. Right there and right there. Maybe do a little bit more welding on this side, and then I'm gonna flip it over, weld the whole thing. We'll get it ground down real nice, and then throw some primer on there, and hopefully hit it with some Turbo Can white real soon. So let's get after it. All right, got my angle irons notched for that weld right there, and for the bracket for the lights. Just gonna burn them in there, and then we'll weld this side a little bit more, like I said a minute ago, and flip it, do the front real nice. All right, a whole bunch of welding is completed. Now I probably gotta spend the next half an hour grinding all them welds off and making it look pretty. I don't know if I'm gonna put any Bondo on it, probably not, so maybe just a thick coat of filler primer. And then let that set up, and then we'll hit it with the paint, so. Let's do it. I got a bunch of it ground, but I am running out of time and I need to edit, otherwise you guys won't get a video. So I think we're gonna call it quits. I'll do my little outro real quick, and then you guys just have to tune in and watch. Who wants to hear a dirty joke real quick? What's the difference between me and you? Ready? You came out of your mom. Don't unsubscribe, please. Well, that is going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to go check out all of my friends. I'll leave links in the description, especially Classic Car Revivals. That's my brother. Great content. If you want to learn how to get something started, he is the guy that you should talk to. Also, go check out OK Speed Shop, High Octane Garage with a K. Just came out with a new episode. Who else? Tanner Rebuilds. Glenn from 1776 Garage has something, a brand new project coming out today at 4 o'clock. Go check him out. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody else. Outlaw Edge. Why do I always struggle with this one? Honest Peyton Speed Shop. Go check those guys out too. It's a father and daughter team, and they work on some cars from, I think it's late 20s, early 30s, like Model T, Coupe, and maybe a convertible of some sort. But anyways, go check them out. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to go to whiskeydents.myshopify.com, and you can get the giveaway sticker to win Lomax. He is our 1966 F600. I turned it into a pickup. So it used to be a grain truck, had extra axles, all kinds of stuff. And then we got our 73. Yeah. We'll get that bumper done. It's gonna look really good on here. So thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to comment. I respond to every single comment still. It's getting harder, but it's good. We're almost to 5,000 subscribers. So you guys have a great weekend. Get out and do something. Y'all come back now, yeah? Bye. Hey, you're still here. So, the master cylinder on this thing, the brand new one, I'm assuming from China. Garbage, unfortunately. And it's super windy out again, so I wasn't able to work on Lomax because I need to finish some welding under there, and then I also need to put the transmission in, the new clutch, whatever else. We did work on the bumper, which that's going to look really good. I think I might spray like a bed liner of some sort underneath and then hit it with some paint. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I want the texture on there or not, but anyways, thanks for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you, and you guys have a great weekend. Get out and do something. Go buy your sticker. All right, that's enough. Bye. Check out this little guy. Studebaker's got 4 holes.